There was no peddling of wares in the Exchange District today. No, instead it was the frantic peddling of bicycles. An estimated crowd of 25,000 turned out to see some of the best in cycling compete in the 7th annual Cobblestone Classic. The Coors Light team dominated the race with 5.
Good evening, everyone. Another huge crowd was out again this year for the annual Cobble.
I really like coming up here to the Canadian Tire Series. It seems like people, really appreciate the racing. The fans are great here, and it's a good production, and we like doing the series. So.
The 1991 Canadian Tire National Cycling Series starts in Winnipeg with the Cobblestone Classic. But first, let's take you back 1 year ago and the 1990 Cobblestone Classic. Well, the sun may be shining today, but a year ago we had rain. The heavens opened up and it made a real mess of this course here in downtown Winnipeg, and it resulted in one crash after another. It seemed all kinds of cyclists went down. There were no serious injuries, but it made for a very interesting and very wet day and lots of bumps and bruises. And even some of the favorites went down. There's Chris Huber of the Coors Light team. He went down. And there's John Brady of the 7-Eleven team. And what a story, because John Brady went down, he got back up on his bike, and he was the winner of the Cobblestone Classic in 1990. Two-time defending series champion Brian Walton, the former 7-Eleven team member, now with Motorola. There's Alex Steeda. He's also a former 7-Eleven member. Now he's with Evian Miko. Roberto Caggioli, a very tough rider. He's always in there with the leaders. In this race, it's all that man, Brian Walton. And you have to wonder what his strategy is for this race.
It's a good course to break away on. It's a little windy today. I'm going to try and be a little aggressive.
Now he's up there again, and he could hang on for second spot. Oh, and we've got more cyclists down. A couple more riders down. That looked like it hurt. That is still down, but meanwhile, here comes Brian Walton cruising through the finish line.
Early on, the guys just kept chasing down the solo breaks, and since I was by myself, I just had to play my time and wait till they were a little tired, and I felt a little lull in the race and decided to go for it. It was a little early, but things turned out for the best.
By the way, Walton will head back to Europe now. He just arrived from Belgium yesterday, and he'll be competing in the Tour de France in July in France. Well, the top Manitoban today was Colin Davidson in 7th place. The women's criterion, which ran just before that race, was won by Manitoba's Evie Fisher, with Clara Hughes 2nd, and they're 2 of the province's best female cyclists.
You're watching TSN, the sports network.
The 5th Canadian Tire National Cycling Series.
59 laps to go, and a great piece of strategy by the Magic Cuts team. They've got 6 riders in this race versus Coors Light's 3 and Evian's 4, so they're trying to provoke things early.
Still very early in the race, Todd McNutt leads the way. You're watching the Canadian Tire National Cycling Series on TSN.
Race and maybe provoke a crash.
And this trio continues to gain ground on the pack. Obviously, you really don't want to catch the pack, do you?
No, you don't. If you're Coors Light, you're better off in a breakaway, because with 3 teammates, all of them criterion specialists, you've really taken the final sprint.
And while the pack continues to battle things out, Huber has the lead. McNutt is right on his wheel. Rider from Team Manitoba right on McNutt's wheel.
It's interesting to see that in this decisive move, you've got 3 riders with track experience. Todd McNutt, a pursuiter, Chris Huber as well, a pursuiter in 1989 national U.S. champion. And back in that breakaway, you've got Gord Fraser, who started out as a track specialist.
Control, they're on the cobblestones. Huber with a 15-second lead will not likely get caught by the other lead riders who have been trapped in the pack. They've been trapped in that field for a while. Chris Huber, in the shadows in the cobblestones of downtown Winnipeg, wins the 1992 Canadian Tire Cobblestone Classic.
I really like coming up here to the Canadian Tire Series. It seems like people, really appreciate the racing. The fans are great here, and it's a good production. And
if I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
And just congratulations to race director Jim O'Brien. He put on yet another really successful race.
For the Canadian Tire Cobblestone Classic, Jim O'Brien, our race director, an outstanding job once again, Jim.
Congratulations. Thanks very much. So Until next time, for Patrick Vanderwell, I'm Gino Retta saying so long from Manitoba.